Hello, tech fans. I'm Kelly Basie, and this is another week of the Gem Factor. Gem Factor? What are you waiting for? Well, what are you waiting for? You're waiting for a new job. That's what you're waiting for. And I'm here to tell you about it because this is when we highlight one job, and we highlight one every week that's new and exciting and actually worth your time listening to. And so we're going to go through it. We're going to rank it on different gems or reasons on why you're going to quit your current job for this job. And at the end, we give you a final ranking and then tell you how to contact us. So sit back, relax, eat some popcorn or maybe drink your coffee and enjoy this. It's fun. Then there's musical instruments that come about and tap dancing and maybe, if you're lucky. Okay, so, I already said all that. Okay, let's get to the real stuff. This week's job is a SOC manager. SOC, not to be confused with your wool socks. Okay, so let's talk about the tech stack. Well, tech stack would be at least 5 years in cyber security. So this is talking about security operations center management, right? So cybersecurity, IT security, not physical security. Let me repeat that. Not physical security, because we get applications for physical security folks. Sorry, this is not what we do. We do IT, recruiting, cybersecurity for this particular position. 4 years as at least within the management supervisory role. So you have to be managing operations and probably people along with that, right? So has to be within the IT side as well. Also, have to have the title of a SOC manager or pretty much close to it, security operations management. Get that? Like maybe you want to run, like kind of go into this role and that's your next phase. You'll have to talk to the recruiter and I'll tell you more about it, how to do that. But they really want somebody that's already implemented in that role now and just looking to change a position. And having some security certificates. Wow. Certifications. That is a tongue twister. Say that again. Security certifications. Say that 10 times. Bet you won't. Bet you can't do it. Okay, so CIS. CIS would be one of them. That would be nice to have. Additional certs, also a plus. They prefer you to have a bachelor's degree within IT, somehow related to that. And again, preferring if you're currently working this role. So overall, we rank it, right? We rank each one. If you've been watching for a long time, you know the drill. But if this is your first time, we rank each gem. And I actually give it out of 10, a 10. A 10 out of 10 for tech stack because of the fullness and kind of the all-comprehensive tech aspect of security all included into one. So 10 out of 10. Next. Woo, I felt like that was a tongue twister, folks. Okay, so salary. Let's talk about salary. Check out this number. $115,000 to $145,000 salary. Sign me up. I wish I knew security. I wish I'd been learning about it for a long time, and I don't. I just learned about it through you and talking to people like you. So that's a great salary. I mean, it's really definitely fits within what the market's paying for a role like this and the type of management and supervisory level that you have to have. Healthcare, 401k, and a pension plan is all included into this one. And really, you don't see many of those pension plans these days. So that's worth the price of admission and at least talking to the recruiter to find out more. Life resources benefits, counseling, or you're going through some sort of transitional phase in life, they offer assistance for that. Even education reimbursement, and they do it based off of, I think, the grade. So if you get an A, you're looking at, high percentage of reimbursement. If you get a D, because D gets the degree, well, you're not looking at much reimbursement. So I think that's smart, actually, for this organization to do that. But they're offering that incentive. So that's all included within the salary and really the full benefits. So 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10 for salary. They're doing everything right. And we pause because what is Stingray Tech? Where'd you show up? Where's the Stingrays? Am I going to get bitten? Huh. No, I'm not. Because you know what? They're video experts. They're the folks that put up with me, this humor, and they put up with you. They do it for you because they understand our vision, and that's to help you find better roles that, make you happy in life or actually lead to the amount to where your career wants to go. And they see that we want to, get those out to the community and talk about them. So they make these videos with us and they're awesome. I mean, whether you're in Hollywood or whether you're on the beach of San Diego, South Carolina, anywhere warm and south, okay? They can fly to you, meet with you, wherever it would be for educational training purposes, making a commercial, promoting a new app or whatever. Talk to them. Video experts, stingraytech.com. Go. All right. Next, growth. So back to the gems. We're talking about growth of the company and the industry and the role itself. Numbers, again, don't lie. Over $10 billion in revenue annually over it. And we're talking about a company that's spreads into the eastern U.S. here. A little bit of Midwest and then eastern U.S. So not just a dinky little company, right? This is a big timer. So when you're managing security, you're managing the security, okay? Stocks and investments are all part of that, right? So as the company continues to flourish, you can also, reap from that. So I think that's huge as it relates to growth, and that this is one of its companies kind of unique that is, run by its investors. You'll have to find out more from the recruiter, but it's unique to its industry to have something like this. And lastly, security itself is growing. The industry is growing. I mean, unfortunately, there's a lot of bad guys out there that need to be fought against, and people that are investing in the security measures within IT are obviously doing something right. And so there's a lot of opportunity anywhere within this sort of industry, and you should stay in it, okay? That's what I'm telling you. You get paid big bucks, and you're going to be needed for years on out. So growth, I rank this a 10 out of 10 again. Very, very, very strong for opportunities for the future here. Next, we move to flexibility. So you are a manager. Therefore, you can manage your own time and you can set your schedules, and you help set the schedules for your team as well. So you do have that flexibility. However, you are the point of escalation. Something, I don't know, just goes kaputs, okay? Goes kaputs, and you are the only person that knows really what to do after all these tears fall through. You're the one getting woken up out of bed. Therefore, your flexibility could not be so flexible, and you may not enjoy, a rare night of sleep. But you would think by now, which this is true, this organization has pretty good layers and precautions set in place for anything like that happening, but you never know. So just putting it out there, your flexibility may be not so flexible at times, okay? But lastly, travel. There's no travel involved here, so that's a plus. You know where you're going every day, and you don't have to get on a plane every other week, okay? So I give this overall 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for flexibility. Most of the time, you're going to be on site, working days, great, but emergency, you're the man or woman in charge, okay? So 8 out of 10 for flexibility, not too shabby. Pause for Emerald RG. Yeah, that's us. Emerald Resource Group. If you haven't figured it out by now, we're a recruiting firm, and we're passionate. We're passionate about the jobs in the market, IT industry itself, how it's changing and growing. And so we talk about it on our Twitter account. We also have a LinkedIn and Facebook you can find, but definitely go to our website, emeraldresourcegroup.com, to find even more jobs and tips and trades and resume help and all that. But I do want to introduce one special person here who is working on this role, and that is Kenyon Mao. And he actually makes some videos himself on InfoSec, on the security market. So check him out more on YouTube, and also call him specifically for this role if you are interested, or even interested in more security opportunities itself, because he could tell you all about it. But Mao, Kmau, at emeraldresourcegroup.com, Kenyon. Talk to Kenyon. Great. Back to the perks. So perks for this role, what does it look like? Well, it's a team of 20 people, just about 20 people, and growing. You have a lot of variety in the type of people that you'll be working with. And I think sometimes it's better to have a team than you're the only person on the job and responsible for everything. So it's a great group of people. They've really led a lot of things to success, like a lot of vision to success. And that's part of this, is like you get to forge your team through to the vision. You get to create the vision for, what this could look like in the next several years and more, and bring your team alongside with it. So if this is your opportunity if you wanted to manage more people or have make a little bit more progress than you would and more momentum than you would in maybe a smaller team that you're at now, talk to these people. Talk to them. It's a good little niche and a good group community that they get along well and they collaborate well. Another perk, if you're thinking, okay, this is probably in Ohio. It is Northeast Ohio. Well, I live in Pennsylvania, or I live in Michigan, or I live in Colorado, or whatever. They will relocate you on their dime. So if your family's interested in taking a change in season and really kind of coming alongside you, or maybe it's just yourself, you will actually have the opportunity to relocate, not on your dime. Perks. Not a lot of companies actually pay for total reload these days for certain roles, especially in IT. Also, discounts on services. Once you find out what this company does, it will make a lot of sense, and that is a huge perk. Let me tell you, it's something that you will use regularly, okay? So discounts on this service is definitely a plus. I give it a 9 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for perks. 9 out of 10. Lastly, coolness. So what's so cool about this job? Well, I think that the organization itself, being large, it's actually reinvesting into some of the economic development around in the areas. They're making names too for a lot of businesses in surrounding areas. Huge stuff. Read up about them when you find out more and talk to Kenyon. Notable, and you should be proud. You would be proud to work for this company, really. Budget for big new ventures ahead, big stuff ahead. And they have the money to do it, and they have plans for it, and you can become part of that. Is that not cool or what? Maybe you're stuck in something that you're like, oh, we can't do anything for 2 years. We have a hiring freeze and blah, 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 blah. Lame. Okay, so talk to Kenyon. Big, exciting ventures ahead, really. And that correlates with room to grow and expand the team. They're going to be looking for new people, new hiring, new tools to implement. So you have that opportunity to grow the team in the way you want. Talk about ownership and talk about, just sort of, feeling proud about what's on your resume and the accomplishments you make and making it with a great team and that you get to lead the charge. So overall, coolness, 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 for coolness. I'd say you can't take your dog to this one. You may have to dress up a little bit more, not suits or ties maybe, but depending on the meeting. Because you're going to be in high stat, but overall, pretty cool spot with some big, huge opportunities in the future. So the moment that you always wait for if you've been watching the Gem Factor, what is that final ranking? Well, if you've been doing the math, it's 55 out of 60. 55 out of 60, definitely high. Let's talk about what you do from here. So you apply, emeraldresourcegroup.com. Find SOC Manager, and you'll see it there, and send your resume, and it'll go to Kenyon. Or just email Kenyon directly, KMAU, KMAU, at emeraldresourcegroup.com. Or tell a friend. If maybe your boss is like looking to get back to where his family's originally from, or he's just, his potential is much bigger and greater. And the organization you're in now is just not suited for that. Tell him. Or maybe this is for you. What are you waiting for? Send us your resume, right? But if you're just excited as we are, you should probably retweet this. You should probably favorite this and repost it and send it to everybody in your family and friends and your network around you. Because truly, people get jobs from watching these videos and from great friends that recommend them to things. So I don't know about you, but this is your responsibility to do something on this list, okay? All right. So all that being said, I hope you enjoyed the Gem Factor this week. I will be back next week after week, really, talking about more jobs, more things that we're passionate about here at Emerald. So with that, I'm Kelly Vasey, and I will definitely see you soon. Thanks.